We want to talk to the man inside of this facility, the man who captured those dramatic images for you. There you see him in the red shirt, photojournalist Arnold Payne of WFAA in Dallas. Arnold, we're glad you're okay. I can only imagine what you were thinking as this all started to happen. I see there that you caught the lights as they were starting to shake. Tell us, what did you hear, and then what caused everyone to look up at the ceiling and then start shooting this?
Well, we were, the Cowboys were right in the middle of the afternoon practice, and the rain was falling tremendously hard outside. I mean, it was just absolutely pouring all of a sudden, and I noticed that the walls started to waver. I mean, the wind was so strong that this is kind of a tarp-type structure that they practice in when the weather's bad outside, so they go inside to escape the weather. And then I noticed that the lights that are hanging from the ceiling starts to sway, and it wouldn't stop. And then it caught the attention of the players and my attention. And shortly after that, it was as though someone took a stick pin and then hit a balloon. It just collapsed. The walls collapsed. The ceiling was falling, and by the grace of God, I had the mind to just kind of take my time and see where things were falling before I tried to run out, because otherwise it could have been obviously worse than it was.
I was looking at some of your images there, Arnold, and it looks like at times there were people who were trapped under this metal. You caught some of that on tape. Explain to us what the guys were doing. It appears that they were not only running for cover, but they were trying to help each other out and point out people who were trapped in this thing.
No question. Well, initially everyone was really trying to get out, and I mean, players were about as frightened as anybody else. Obviously, it just happened so fast. So once guys figured that they could actually get out, that's when their attention immediately turned to helping their partners and calling out their names and their teammates. And it was just a lot of screaming of names, and they knew how many players were here, and obviously the coaching staff and a contingent of media people. And at that point in time, it was not about football, but people helping people.
And what were they screaming? You said they were screaming names and looking. There's one guy who's on his knee pointing over, saying there's someone over there. And tell us about the people also who were trapped under, because I saw there were several folks who were laying under this metal.
Yes, well, there was nowhere to go. And obviously you had light fixtures falling, the metal that's holding the tarp up, all of this stuff collapsed onto the field. And these guys couldn't go anywhere. And the players were calling other players' names because those were their partners, their friends. And as a matter of fact, the Dallas Cowboys had two photographers. This facility, it's about 3 stories high. And they have 2 photographers that tape the practice for the coaches for them to review. And apparently these guys, there was nowhere to go, and they actually rode the building down with the storm.
They were above, they were in the top part of the building shooting this practice, shooting from up above this practice, and you're saying that they were in that top level and then fell down with the building.
That's exactly what happened. There was nowhere for them to go, and it fell so fast. It just collapsed as though the building was being imploded. I mean, it was just that type of a scene, and they actually had to ride the building down. And I think one of them actually is in surgery tonight.
How many did you see? That's my next question. Did you see who was injured? None of the players was injured, I believe, but did you see the folks, and did you know any of the people who were injured in this? Because we're hearing it's up to 12 people now, Arnold.
Well, to be honest with you, although I was taking these pictures, it was happening so fast. I really can't relate to faces and names as it was happening. I was just instinctively trying to get the videotape, and also just counting my blessings that I had just come out of a building that collapsed on top of us.
Yeah, counting your blessings, and what are you saying to yourself now, and to your family and friends, and probably to the guy upstairs as well?
Oh, there's no question. I was spared, and apparently a lot of other people were spared tonight, this afternoon. And I know that there's only one reason why I'm here right now, and that's because somebody was looking after me up above. So it makes life is so, it can happen so fast, you know, so you would never expect something like this to take place at a professional football training facility.
Yeah, it is fragile, and we're glad that you're okay, and we wish everyone well. The photojournalist who was on the scene, Arnold Payne, with our affiliate WFAA in Dallas. We really appreciate you for this, Arnold. Stand by. We may be coming back to you a little bit later on, but again, we're glad you're walking around, and we wish everyone the best. Thank you.
Thank you.